Welcome everyone to another episode of Reese's Roundup. I am your host, the Lightning Kid himself, and today I go away for 1 week and everything happens. Of course, right? Well, we got a lot to talk about. So let's just jump right on into it. First things first, Kawhi Leonard signs with the Los Angeles Clippers for 4 years, $142 million. We kind of saw this coming since last season because ever since LeBron said he was going to the Lakers, Kawhi mentioned, well, he didn't mention, but it was speculated that he wasn't going to play with LeBron, so the Clippers was going to be his next best option. Not only that, but they managed to get Paul George in that what is this? What am I doing here? In that fiasco. So, I think this is going to be a good team to watch. Paul George, Kawhi Leonard, Patrick Beverley. That's like nobody's scoring. I can't wait to watch that team. Because I'm a defensive guy. I love watching defense. So I'm definitely going to check out some Clippers games just for that. But the Jazz are still my team, all right? So don't come at me in the comments, Jazz fans, please. Next, you got Kevin Durant signing with the Nets. 4 years, $164 million. Now, Kevin Durant won't be playing for next season at all, so he's basically on a 3-year deal. But he got Kyrie Irving signing with the Nets, 4 years, $142 million, and DeAndre Jordan signing with the Nets, 4 years, $40 million. So this will be a trio, a good little trio to watch for the next 4 seasons, 3 for Kevin Durant. But this is going to be a good team to watch. The Nets are obviously up and coming. They made the playoffs last season, so they had a good young core. Like I mentioned before, keeping D'Angelo Russell would have been important rather than getting Kyrie Irving. But you know, you got some good players in return with DeAndre Jordan and Kevin Durant. Will these guys be able to play well together is the question. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section. Next you have Kemba Walker signing with the Celtics, 4 years, $141 million. This was mentioned in my previous roundup, but they ended up doing a sign-in trade for Terry Rozier, so now Rozier is headed to the Hornets. Next you got Jimmy Butler going to the Miami Heat. 4 years, $142 million. Now, this was the biggest head scratcher because the Heat obviously haven't been anything in a little while, and he just came off of a 76ers team that's absolutely proven to make the playoffs every year with Joel Embiid, Ben Simmons, and all those guys, and Tobias Harris, who just re-signed. So to leave that to go to the Heat, Jimmy, what are you thinking? Like, not even the. I've been hearing rumors that they might go after Russell Westbrook, and that might help, especially since it's in the Eastern Conference. But to just go to the Heat without, like, expecting to get anybody in return, like the Heat to be your team, I don't know, Jimmy. That's tough. I don't know what he was thinking there. Next, you got D'Angelo Russell signing with the Golden State Warriors. 4 years, $117 million. This was the biggest head scratcher for me, in my opinion. Out of all teams, I would not expect D'Lo to go to the Warriors. 4 years even, because Klay Thompson's going to be out for most of, if not all, next season. And D'Angelo Russell will more than likely play the 2 guard, which he didn't want to do. Otherwise, he would have stayed in Brooklyn. D'Angelo Russell also is going to have to come off the bench once Klay Thompson comes back. And he just came off of a breakout season. So for him to want to go to the Warriors was kind of confusing. Let me know what you guys think about that signing. Next, you got Boogie Cousins, DeMarcus Cousins, signing with the Lakers on a 1-year, $3.5 million deal. I think this was a good little pick me up for the Lakers. They didn't get Kawhi Leonard, so they got a good center in return, and they ended up re-signing JaVale McGee, so they'll have some good depth in their rotation. Next, you got Al Horford signing with the 76ers on a 4-year, $109 million deal. Now, this was kind of No. This wasn't confusing to me at all. Because Al Horford is a good player. Good defensive player as well. The Sixers are more proven. And with the Celtics kind of like imploding right now, it's good that, he signed with a contending team. He'll more than likely play the power forward now that Joel Embiid is going to be their center. So they'll have Tobias Harris, Joel Embiid, and Al Horford. I think that's a good little trio right there. Along with Ben Simmons. Come on, guys. Come on. The Sixers are going to be maybe not a sleeper team, but they're going to be a team to watch out for in the Eastern Conference, despite, the Nets and the Raptors and the Bucks. Next, you finally have somebody re-signing with the team. Klay Thompson re-signed with the Warriors, 5 years, $190 million. Despite the injury, I don't think any team was going to sign Klay Thompson. I mean, not despite the injury, but because of the injury, I don't think teams were going to risk it signing Klay Thompson. So it was a good little backup plan for Thompson to go back and get the max with the Warriors. So he'll miss a season or most of next season, and he'll come back and take over his spot, come back better than ever. Next, you got Chris Middleton re-signing with the Milwaukee Bucks, 5 years, $178 million. This was good for the Bucks. Chris Middleton is a good role player, so he'll help out in the long run for sure. Next, you got Danny Green signing with the Los Angeles Lakers, 2 years, $30 million. Apparently, Danny Green didn't get the memo when Kawhi said, hey, sign with Los Angeles. He's like, all right, bet. Kawhi said, no, I meant the Clippers. No, but, this is going to help because Danny Green's obviously a talented player, good 3-and-D guy. So they need the shooting, they need the defense, and this will help the Lakers' rotation for sure. I don't know if he'll be a starter, but he'll definitely help. He'll help the Lakers excel and, space the floor, obviously. Next, you got Kristaps Porzingis re-signing. Would this be called re-signing? With Dallas, 5 years, $158 million. It's going to be good to see how well he and Luka Doncic play together, so I'm looking forward to that duo. Next, you got J.J. Redick signing with the New Orleans Pelicans. 2 years, $26.5 million. This was kind of confusing to me because J.J. Redick is definitely going to be coming off the bench. And correct me if I'm wrong, but he didn't come off the bench with the 76ers. So to want to come off the bench and sign with the Pelicans, I don't know. I think that was a confusing deal. I'm pretty sure with the way J.J. Redick plays, he's a good spot-up shooter. He's a good point guard. He could have gone somewhere and been a starter. So I don't know. Maybe the Pelicans were the only team offering him more money. And in today's league, more money means I'm going to go sign there. So we'll see how they look. But, now the Pelicans have a little bit of depth and some shooting. So this will definitely help them in the long run. Next, you got Julius Randle signing with the New York Knicks. Finally, right? The Knicks are on the board. 3 years, $63 million. Julius Randle did have a good season with the Pelicans last year, and he was on the up and up when he was with the Lakers. So this will be a good deal for the Knicks. Obviously, they need to go out and get more people, but right now they're okay. They're okay. Next, this just in, Avery Bradley signs with the Lakers, 2-year deal. Avery Bradley's a hell of a defender. And he's a good mid-range guy, so he'll definitely help with the Lakers' depth and defense. Especially with Danny Green. Now they got DeMarcus Cousins, who's a good defender. JaVale McGee's only known for his defense. Anthony Davis is a good defender. So these guys are racking up defense right now, and it's looking good for the Lakers. Like I said, Avery Bradley's going to come off the bench. He's going to definitely help on the defensive perspective. And I'm looking forward to seeing how he does, because I like Avery Bradley. He's one of my defensive guys that I like to watch play. So I'm looking forward to seeing what he does with the Lakers. Last but not least, the best signing, Bojan BB signs with the Utah Jazz, 4 years, $73 million deal. This helps because he's a hell of a perimeter shooter, and Derek Favors, he was on his way out. He signed with the Pelicans, so this helps us with shooting and spacing the floor. So it's going to be one hell of a season for the Utah Jazz. But let me know what you guys think. Leave a comment below if anybody signed to your team, what you thought of these players signing to these teams, and what you want me to shoot next week. I'm out. Peace.